class, and welcome back to your English language online class. Today, to begin with, we are going to begin with chapter 12, that is Verbs, Modals and Auxiliaries, page 73. Please take it out. Okay, this is quite a lengthy one, but I'll try to make it short and make you clear as well. So first, let's just see what is modals, what is auxiliaries. Okay, let's just see the definition. Now, auxiliary is a helping verb. Okay, you know what is a verb. Now, verb is an action. Okay, so auxiliary is a helping verb. It helps the verb, and it is used with the main verb to form a verb phrase. Okay, now verb, we know it's an action and it's basically a word, but helping verb, like auxiliary verb, helps you to make it as a verb phrase, to form a verb phrase. Okay, now like she was calling her friend. Now here calling is your verb, but adding was to the verb makes it a auxiliary verb or verb phrase, you can say. So that is the work of auxiliary. Okay, here the word calling is the main verb, so the main actual verb, the action is calling. Okay, and the word was is an auxiliary verb, as I said. So that is the actual work of auxiliary verb or auxiliaries. Okay, now words that we have like be, have, do, can, could, may, might, and there are many, are called auxiliaries. Okay, now the verb be, have and do, out of all, now these three, be, have and do, are often referred to as a primary auxiliaries. Okay, now there is also primary and there are difference. Okay, so this is what be, have and do are the primary auxiliary. Primary means which we use generally. Okay, often, quite often, generally plus quite often, that's why it is a primary auxiliaries. They have a grammatical function in a sentence, and the rest is called modal auxiliaries. So there is a difference between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. That's what your modals are. Okay, now modals or auxiliaries are quite the same. It's just auxiliaries is a helping verb, okay, to make it a verb phrase. Okay, and there are two type primary auxiliaries, which are of three types: be, have and do, and rest of the other are your modal auxiliaries. Okay, which are also known as modals. Now they express attitude like permission, possibility, and exit. Now the rest of the modal auxiliary that I was talking about, what does it express? It express like when you want a permission, when you want possibilities, these are etc. So that time we use modal auxiliaries. Okay, now there is a column down there. You can see that auxiliary verb used for present tense and past tense, how it is used, you can see that. And there is another column there in page 72 as well, which is illustrating the application of these primary verbs. Please go through once. Okay, now also there's a note when have is used in the sense of take or receive. Do is used to form questions or negatives, like for example, do you have cereals for breakfast? So when you use have in a sentence for taking or receiving any action, we add do, or do is used to form question. Okay, or even a negative sentence. Negative sentence means no, not, never. Okay, so that time we use do for framing a question to it. Then you have exercise here. Let's go to page 75, that is rewind. Okay, let us look at the function of modal auxiliaries. Now we know what is modal auxiliaries. We know auxiliaries, we know modal auxiliaries. Now let's see what are the function. Why do we actually need to know or learn about this chapter, modal auxiliaries? Okay, now in the beginning already we have told you which are your modal auxiliaries. What are modal auxiliaries? Isn't examples of modal auxiliaries. So let's see what particularly does what. Okay, like can is a modal auxiliaries and usually expresses potential of someone's potential or ability. So when do we use can? It is used to indicate permission, like Ram can bake a cake. That is his ability. Yes or no? So we use can as a modal auxiliaries for ability, and here in a sentence can is used as an ability. Ram can bake a cake. Now can you break this door? Again, this is an ability, but ask as a question. Okay, also for to indicate a permission. Then third is the doctor said you can play basketball again. So that is a permission. You can. That means there is a chance and there is a permission given by the doctor. And second is could is used as the past tense of can. Now can is the present uh, type, you can say, and could is used as a past tense, okay, as a past tense of can. In indirect speech, it is to indicate ability in the past. Could is also used for request and to suggest a weak possibility in the future. So when there is a weak possibility that it might or might not happen, that time we use could as a past tense in indirect speech. Okay. Rob said that he could solve the problem. Ability in indirect speech. Okay, and there are many examples here. Let's go to may. May is usually used when we ask for permission formally. So when do we use may? Now this is a word. May is in that auxiliary, you can say, which we even use when like formal permission or like in the school. If you remember, so may I go to the washroom? May I go out? So you use may. It is used to or to indicate, or usually used when we ask for permission. Okay, a very formal permission. It is used to express a wish or to indicate a strong possibility. May I borrow a copy of the tragedy of Julius Caesar? That is a permission. Also wish, may you always prosper. So that's a wish again. Might is used as a past equivalent of may. Again, just like can and could, might is used as a past similar to may. Okay, equivalent to may. Equivalent means similar to may. It suggests a weak possibility. There is a less chances. May has a strong possibility and might has a weak possibility. He might leave town next week. So there is a weak possibility. He might or might not. Might also expresses a degree of dissatisfaction or reapproach. So when you are dissatisfied with some work or you're to reapproach again, reproach again, so that time we use might. Okay, like you might pay a little more attention during the class. So there is express of dissatisfaction. You can see that he is not paying attention. Okay, so he can pay more attention. So that's why there is a degree of dissatisfaction. Should is used to ask for a suggestion. Like, should we start packing the lunch? That's a suggestion. Should is also used to ask for or give an advice. Now shall is used to indicate promise. Okay, like you shall get a new laptop on your birthday. That's kind of promise. Shall is used to indicate a threat. He shall not remain the captain anymore. There's a threat there. Will is used in the second and third person and express simple future time. Would is used to make polite requests, offers, and ask questions. So will is used for in the second and third person, not just because like when basically I talk, like whenever another person is talking. Okay, so then for second and third person, we use will to express simple future time. Would is used to make polite requests, offers, and ask questions. Okay. Like you will not speak, he will come here, would you go out with me? So there is a polite request. Will is used in the first person to express willingness. So we use second and third will to express future time. For first person, when we use will, it is for expressing willingness, determination, promise, habit, intention, or even a threat. Okay, like I will do the work, willingness. I will achieve my goal, determination. We will help you, promise. He will watch TV for hours, habit. I will go to meet her today, intention. He will sue him, threat. So that is how we are going to use them. Let's go to page 78. Now learn some more models. Like must expresses necessity or obligation. Okay, duty, obligation. So must expresses necessity when there is a when you have a thing to do necessary, which is very necessary to you. Okay, so we must reach on time. So there is necessity. Yes or no? It can express fixed determination. So must is used to express fixed determination that I will do it. Okay, I must do it. For example, I must be allowed to express my wish. It can express possibility. Must is used to express possibility. Okay, he must be on his way to the school by now. So when there is a chances, more of a chances, we use must, possibility. And then you have ought to, which expresses ought to expresses moral obligation and desirability. When you have a desire and plus according to society or rules you have to do it, so that is when we use ought or ought to. Ought is always followed by to plus verb, so always followed by to. We ought to put in our best effort. We ought to win. So it can be used to indicate present or future time. Okay, like I ought to apologize to him. Use or used to indicates a discontinued habit, a habit that is a long habit, but like a long-term habit, and now you have discontinued. You are not following that habit. So that time we use or used to. Okay, for example, we used to go swimming in the evenings. Need denotes necessity or obligation. Again, for example, we need to visit this place once. Okay, need as a finite verb means want to require. So need is also used for want or requirement. He does not need your money. And dare means be bold enough to. So I know you've been playing dare and truth. So no, but what is actually dare? Now dare is when you be bold enough to do anything that comes, or that that comes your way, or like you are asked to do. So it is commonly used in interrogatives and negative sentences. For example, how dare you argue with me? So that there is a negative uh, sentence, isn't it? There is an anger. So how dare you argue with me? And I don't dare compete with him. So there is okay. Oh, how dare you argue with me? There is interrogation. Okay, you're asking it in a very bold way. And second sentence, I don't dare compete with him. There is a negative sentence. I don't means there is negative sentence. I don't dare. I don't. I'm not even bold. I'm not bold enough to compete with him. So there is negative in the sentence. Okay. So these are some of the examples of modals and modal auxiliaries. Today we saw what is modals, we saw what is auxiliaries. We saw auxiliaries are two types. One is primary auxiliaries, be, do and have. Okay, three only we have, and then rest of the other modal auxiliaries, rest of it are modal auxiliaries. And we have seen when and how do we use modal auxiliaries. Just explaining you will not be enough. You need to go through thoroughly with the book. Okay, please go through once, and then if any problem you have, let me know. And then you can also try this exercises for today. Then tomorrow I will be giving you some exercises based on the chapter. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.